Imagine this. You're in your 30s, financially stable, living in your dream home, with the freedom to travel and enjoy life. Now, imagine the opposite. Still living paycheck to paycheck, buried in debt, and constantly stressed about money. The choices you make in your 20s will decide which of these futures becomes your reality. What if I told you that avoiding just 5 critical mistakes could change everything? In this video, I'm about to reveal 5 financial mistakes you cannot afford to make in your 20s if you want to secure a wealthy lifestyle. So, buckle up. This could be the moment that changes your financial future. Mistake number 1. Not budgeting or tracking your spending. Have you ever checked your bank account and wondered where all your money went? You're not alone. Most 20-somethings hate the idea of budgeting. It feels restricting, like a diet for your wallet. But here's the thing. If you don't control money, your money will control you. Not having a budget is like walking through a dark forest without a flashlight. You're bound to stumble into financial traps. And before you know it, you're living paycheck to paycheck, trapped in a cycle of mindless spending. Look, I'm not saying you need to become a monk who tracks every penny, but maybe you don't need 47 different subscriptions either, right? So, start small. Use an app like Pocket Guard or Good Budget. Make a simple plan, or even create a spending journal. Whatever works for you, just start. It's one of the easiest ways to avoid financial regret later on. But there's an even bigger mistake that can derail your financial future, one that most people in their 20s don't even realize they're making. Mistake number 2, delaying investments. Imagine this. 2 people invest $1,000. One starts at 25, the other at 35. By 65, the person who started at 25 has nearly double the money. Why? Because of the magic of compound interest. The worst thing you can do is say, I'll invest when I'm older. That time may never come. Life gets busy, expenses pile up, and before you know it, you've missed your window to build real wealth. In your 20s, every dollar you invest is worth more than any dollar you'll invest later in life. This is the time to let your money work for you, not just sit idle in a savings account. Here's a question for you. What's scarier, taking a calculated risk with investing or working until you're 70 because you never got started? Even small investments now will snowball into something far bigger than you can imagine. The key is starting, no matter how small. But there's another mistake that's even sneakier than not investing, one that can completely crush your long-term financial goals if you're not careful. Mistake number 3, ignoring credit. Let's talk credit. No one likes thinking about it. But here's the thing. Your credit score is like your adult report card, and ignoring it can cost you big. A good credit score opens doors, lower interest rates, better mortgage deals, and even easier approval for renting a place. On the flip side, bad credit can trap you in high-interest debt, draining your wealth over time. Some people avoid credit altogether, thinking it's safer to pay everything in cash. But the reality is, having no credit can be just as damaging as having bad credit. Think of your credit score like a secret VIP pass. Sure, you can get by without it, but why would you want to? Here's the key. Keep your balances low, pay on time, and don't apply for new cards unless you really need them. By managing your credit wisely, you set yourself up for financial success in the long term. Now, the next mistake? It's one that could cost you thousands, and most people don't even see it coming. Mistake number 4, taking on unnecessary debt. Picture this. You graduate, get a new job, and suddenly you're bombarded with offers for new cars, credit cards, and loans. It's tempting, right? After all, everyone's doing it, but here's the trap. Unnecessary debt. Taking on debt for things that don't appreciate, like cars or fancy gadgets, can dig you into a financial hole that's hard to escape. The truth is, most of these must-have purchases are wants, not needs. Debt isn't just a number, it's chains that keep you from building wealth. The more debt you take on now, the harder it will be to create the life you want later. Remember, debt is like fast food. It satisfies a craving now, but you'll pay for it later. Avoid debt unless it's for something that grows in value, like education or a home. And even then, be smart about it. Your future self will thank you. Finally, there's one last mistake, and it might be the most dangerous of all. Mistake number 5, not setting financial goals. This might surprise you, but the biggest financial mistake most 20-somethings make isn't overspending or debt. It's not having a plan at all. Without clear financial goals, you're just drifting. Sure, you might get by for now, but real wealth and success come from having a roadmap. Set goals. Maybe it's to save $10,000 in the next 3 years. Maybe it's to buy your first home by 30. Whatever it is, be specific and make a plan to get there. Think of it like this. Would you ever set out on a cross-country road trip without GPS? Nope. So why treat your financial future any differently? When you have clear goals, every financial decision becomes easier. You know where you're headed, and that gives you power over your money rather than the other way around. So, there you have it, 5 critical mistakes that can derail your financial future. But now that you know them, you have the power to avoid them. The best part? You don't have to make huge changes overnight. Just start with one small shift, whether it's budgeting, investing, or setting a financial goal, and watch how those small steps compound into massive success over time. And if you want to continue building a solid foundation for your financial future, check out my next video on 3 basic money skills for everyone. It'll give you the tools you need to keep making smart money moves. The end screen is coming up. Don't miss it.